Let me tell you why I feel like it's super important that you have life insurance. Whether you are married, with kids, single, no children, it is important for you to leave behind something for the ones that you love. Whether it's just covering your funeral costs or leaving behind financial stability, life insurance can provide that to you, and then you don't have to worry about when that day comes and the Lord calls you home. Amen. Now, getting life insurance gives you a peace of mind that you don't realize that you actually need. With me being a mother of 4 and a wife, I know if the Lord were to call me home sooner than what I hope, my family would need some extra money to be able to get on its feet and make the type of choices that they would need to make since the family structure would change. My husband and I decided to use Policy Genius when finding our life insurance because we needed help, okay? We didn't want to have to worry about figuring out if a insurance company was giving us the best rate. We didn't want to have to figure out how many companies to research. So with Policy Genius, not only did they take care of all the red tape, they compared a bunch of different quotes from different companies, top tier companies at that, and let us know who was going to give us the best rate. It was super easy. It was very simple. And when I tell you, once we signed on that dotted line, I was able to breathe and know my kids and my husband and vice versa will be taken care of if our family structure changed. Policy Genius was built to modernize the life insurance industry. Their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from America's top insurers in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $25 per month for $1 million of coverage. Some options offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid unnecessary medical exams. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net. You deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. Head to PolicyGenius.com or click the link in the description to get your free life insurance quotes and see how much you could save. That's PolicyGenius.com.
PolicyGenius.com. And 5, 4, 3, 2. What up, y'all? Welcome to Here's the Thing. I'm Kev on stage. She's
That chick Angel.
Yeah. Welcome to another podcast episode. Smash that like button. Smash that notification button. Bangers, 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 all 2023. Bangers just for you and me. Yeah.
Come on and walk down.
Church announcement. San Diego, you done well. Sold out 4 or 5. Columbia, South Carolina. I want to tell you something. Single me out, Josh.
We will never.
Columbia, South Carolina, I want to tell you one thing. Charlotte, North Carolina is about an hour and a half away. Raleigh's about 3:15. Atlanta's about 3:15. These are the choices of cities you'll be having to go to in the future.
So rude. You said it to their face.
If the ticket sales remain as is, y'all gonna be carrying down to Charlotte, I imagine, or Raleigh, depending on day, or Atlanta. Raleigh, Charlotte, Atlanta always gonna be on the docket. I'm coming to either Raleigh or Charlotte if I'm coming to North Carolina. I'm coming to Atlanta if I'm coming anywhere. Columbia, South Carolina. One of the shows is doing great. At the time of this recording, one of the shows it seats 390 people. There are 17 tickets sold.
Oh no.
17?
17. Y'all be thinking I'm be playing. They be like, Kev just be lying. It always ends up selling out. Let me tell you what, it don't.
There's college ministries.
Sometimes I just stop talking about it. All right, now y'all wait till the last minute, and this is why when other cities don't wait. Detroit is in May. One of the shows already sold out. 3 of the other 5 are within 100 tickets of selling out, and that's more than 6 weeks. 17. They think I be playing. I don't be telling the numbers all the time, but
that's
17.
A family reunion. 17.
Columbia, look me square in my eye, and I tell y'all gonna be carrying down to Charlotte. Oh yeah, y'all gonna be carrying down to Charlotte. And I love you, and I say that with love. My sister-in-law lives in Columbia. She gonna be carrying her behind down to Charlotte. You hear me?
On down.
You hear me? I love you. All right, let's start.
I got church
Hold
announcements.
on, she's got something to say too. Protect black women.
Go ahead, protect black women. Angel got a movie coming out called. I got 5 on it.
One, I just heard that my short film, Look Back at It, is with the PAFF, Pan African Film Festival virtual. So you can actually go on their website and watch it virtually until the 31st.
For free?
I don't know if it's free or not.
Okay, sorry, I got excited.
He just threw that out there in the world.
I think it's like
donate and help to the fund.
I think it's like $14. The Pan African Film Festival, they don't charge a whole lot. So there's that. Number 2, again, A Black Lady Sketch Show Season 4 premieres April 14th.
Ooh.
So get that HBO or HBO Max. And last but not least, another show that I will be on just premiered on Disney and Disney Plus. It's called Saturdays. It's executive produced by our good friends Carol and Josh Martin and Marseille Martin. I don't think my episode is up yet, but you'll see me in there. So make sure y'all check it out. It's a great family-friendly show. So if you got kids, and especially black children, but children of any color, go ahead, check that out.
Black children?
Yeah, black children.
All right, Kev, now you're up.
What I was going to say is there's a certain topic that happened over the weekend that I do not yet have a public opinion on. And therefore, it ain't on the docket. I'm reserving the right to wait for more information to come out. And I reserve the right to maybe not talk about it publicly ever at all.
It's your pod.
It's my pod. Now, the group chat been going up.
Oh, been going
Of course, the group chat been going up. In my circle of friends, we done talked about it.
Oh, yeah.
Just because we done talked about it personally, don't mean I'm talking about it publicly, because that's on the record.
That's on the
So
record.
I know y'all curious. What you think, Kev? What you think, Angel? I think I'm going to shut my mouth for a little while longer. I ain't got to speak early. You ain't never went wrong waiting. You ain't never waiting ain't never hurt nobody. You hear me?
I'm just going to follow suit, even though y'all know Angel runs her mouth. But we're specifically holding our mouths closed because we're going to hold our mouths closed. Y'all know we don't always do that, but we're going to do it on this one.
We'll hold my mouth closed.
We're going to hold our mouth closed. Amen.
Amen. All right. This topic actually was from a couple weeks ago, but so many things happened that it got pushed down. But it got pushed back up.
Okay.
This person was on being interviewed by Brianna Joy. Her name is Bethany Mandel. And the woman had used the word woke in the interview a couple of times. Wokeness, woke. And before we get into it, I just want to say what they have done to the word woke, which was specifically designed for black. I'm not talking about Childish Gambino. The word woke is way older than that.
Oh, yeah,
The
very
term
much so.
Stay woke came from I'm talking about Green Book era.
Yeah.
It was in a song. I don't remember the name of the artist, but the first recorded use is an old song. The dude was like, hey, when y'all go in these parts of the South, stay woke, right? Keep your head on a swivel. It's how black people told each other, watch out, all right? Because you don't know. Basically is what it meant. What them folks have done to this word, we'll talk about it later, but the woman had been asked to define woke, and this was her response.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, when we talk about traditional,
what does that mean to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Come on.
So, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. Woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. It's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
All right, hold on 1 second. In the interview, she went on to I forgot to show this to you, Angel. She went on to divine it correctly. This was her explanation.
Have you ever had a dream
I knew you were gonna bring up something.
that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
You could do anything.
Let me tell you what.
Woke.
I'm gonna tell you why I think she struggled. Okay, this is my personal opinion on what these people have done to the word woke. Woke is a catch-all to me.
Yeah.
Woke is a catch-all for anything white people don't want to see. I don't want to see no black people in it. I don't want to see no black people around. If it's got too much black in it, if it's got too much gay in it, if it's inclusive, anything that don't center cis, hetero, white, Christian people, woke is the catch-all. They be using woke when they want to say nigga. They be using woke when they want to say gay. It became too woke. How? There was 3 blacks in a Hobbit film. That's woke.
You all want to be woke. I've actually heard a black person use it in the same way, though. I think it's when you're in a place of privilege and you don't want to have to adjust your behavior based on knowing better and doing better. I heard a certain well-known comedian use it in their set recently.
Black?
Yes.
Is he like with Joe Rogan and them, or he with us?
Police.
Oh. Was it? Did he say that?
Right in front of my face. I watched it. Was there?
Really?
Yes. I was like, oh, it's more than just, I feel like white people definitely were the ones to turn it from what it was supposed to be to this thing. But now I feel like,
my boy.
Now I think it's more so about us not wanting to have to take accountability for actions that are no longer acceptable. Oh, and everybody's woke. Oh, I can't say that. Everybody's soft. Oh, but y'all woke. I think that's what it's more so morphed into.
Yeah.
We could have let white people have it the way they had it. But no, some of us then walked over there because we don't want to also be accountable for our actions that are no longer tolerated.
Got it. You know what else is funny about comedy? This whole cancel culture, this argument always frustrates me because, one, the people that are used as canceled, they don't be canceled.
No,
and not only do they not be canceled, they be thriving. Louis C.K. was apparently canceled and sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. No, he's not canceled.
Like the same year, didn't he?
Bruh, never.
Within 12 months at least.
Josh, canceled is a badge of honor now. And to me, a lot of times comedians say, y'all just don't be funny no more. Okay, when the tide, people be lazy. You don't want to have to learn new jokes. It's the same. I saw this article. We talked about this before. It was talking about how back when blackface was a respected medium, like an okay medium for white comedians. And when people were like, that ain't cool no more, they were like, now you can't do blackface.
Right.
What's next? I'm going to have to actually think of some jokes. That's what it is. Like, people just being like, hey, actually, we don't really think that's funny no more. And most comedians are like anybody else at their job. They don't want to have to work.
Right.
And in order to come up with new material, in order to make more people laugh,
Yeah.
you actually have to sit down and be creative. Where's the line now? How do I get it? I do some jokes in my current set that I love that are big risque for Christians. People, the hard part is taking a subject that people have never laughed about and make them laugh. But in order to do that, you're gonna actually have to think. You're gonna have to work out those jokes.
100%.
You're gonna have to take some L's, and people don't want to do that. They just want to go, black people be doing this, white people be doing that.
Yeah.
All up and down. And of course, sometimes that's an easy in. But if that's your whole thing, you are not that funny.
Yeah.
And you're not, and then I'm canceled. Bring me on your podcast. They cancel me. They cancel me. You be having specials.
Yeah. There is definitely, at least I know specifically for a lot of white folk, there isn't a lot of like getting over-ish, I don't know what the word is, consequences to getting canceled. Like you might lose a brand deal, you might lose your job, but the other job is right there waiting for you.
Listen, not only is it right there, there is a group of fans who love canceled comedians.
Because they want to then be able to show, it don't matter what everybody else thinks. We're the ones that matter.
Yes.
And we like it when you say nigger with the hard R.
We
love it.
We love non-PC. This is what comedy is about. The thing that to me, most of the time, them folks just don't be funny. They weren't funny when they weren't canceled. They ain't funny now. They just ain't funny.
Yeah.
When I watch Keep Your Distance stuff, and this is not me bragging, or maybe it is me biased, and I ain't gonna hold you. I don't hardly watch no new Netflix specials no more because I have been disappointed time and time and time again. I would probably pick 38 Keep Your Distance specials to watch again.
Right.
Before I would turn on a famous person special. And I'm not even talking about, I'm talking about just comedy in the landscape.
Yeah.
Newer comedians, they be hungry.
Yeah.
And they be working and they be out in them streets. That's why Keep Your Distance is so great to me, not to my own horn. But them folks be, Mando Man, he just did the Keep Your Distance on Caffeine. That young man was fire. His 15-minute special on Keep Your Distance was funnier than probably the last 10 specials I've seen on Netflix.
Wow.
And I can say that for a lot. You remember K-Dub's his hash brown joke alone?
That he could have did just a 30-minute set on that hash brown joke.
And I would have paid Netflix twice for that month to watch that. Kanisha Bus, you put her 3 things together, she would have a TV show.
Yeah.
But the doggone people, powers that be, don't care about what the niggers doing down there in woke comedy.
No.
They don't care what the niggers doing down there in woke comedy.
It's so funny how people really don't want to do better.
No.
That's the thing. I get it. It is hard to unlearn things that you thought were normal and things that you thought were okay. But at the end of the day, it's just like, but do you want to be a better person or no? And they're like, no, because I am rich right now where I am at. I am happy. I do not care if other people are sad. Right. I am happy. And that's the part that I'm like, I truly understand, because I have to go through my own growing pains of learning some stuff that I'm just like, no, I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I'm like, what does it cost me?
What does it cost you?
What does it cost me to try to actually either empathize or understand with someone who's walking a different life than me that can show me why their life is different?
Right.
Like, I would love for everybody to thrive. I would love for everybody to try Thrive Market, because there you can save money when grocery shopping, okay?
Yes.
And not only that, this is one thing I love about Thrive Market. Not only does Thrive Market help you save money, not only do they deliver your groceries to your door so you ain't got to go nowhere, you can also, me being a black woman, I love supporting businesses of color. You can actually find which companies that Thrive Market sells products from are black owned, so that you know that you are putting your money back into the community. I said, you got me right there.
You got
Thrive
me.
Market. You know I love to support some black businesses.
Got me right there. Yeah, I did.
Thrive is one of my go-tos for all my grocery shopping and household essentials, and the convenience of getting it all done quickly, shipped to my doorstep, is a huge time saver. One of the things I love getting from Thrive Market, I know y'all be talking about how my skin be looking and popping. I get their rose water. I get it every month. It is one of my favorites. It is a great refreshener. It freshens me up in the morning to get my skin ready. Also, it smells really great, and I know it doesn't have a bunch of the icky stuff that a lot of these other companies have. They also have a really great shea butter that I get from them as well, and they got wine that I like. Thrive Market it be giving me everything I need plus some. As a Thrive Market member, I save money every single order, and on average, I save over 30% each time. Again, I love so many of the things that they offer, and I know you will too. On top of massive savings on each order, Thrive Market has deal pages that change daily, gives me cash back on so many brands, and they have a price match guarantee. Not only does Thrive Market save me money, but they also save me time. I love the filters on their website and their app. They have over 70. Whether you're looking for certified gluten-free snacks or non-toxic cleaning essentials, you can curate your own shopping experience with the click of a button. So, if you're a person that's vegan and you don't want anything animal byproduct in any of the things you order, Thrive has got you. When you join Thrive Market, you're also helping a family in need with their 1-for-1 membership matching program. You join, they give. Join Thrive Market today and get 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. Go to thrivemarket.com/HTT.
HTT.
For 30% off your first order plus a free $60 gift. That's THRIVE market.com/HTT.
HTT.
Thrivemarket.com/HTT.
HTT. One of our Patreons members in the comments who support this podcast monthly, and the people that work here, just to remind you that Patreon goes a long way to supporting these creators, said me teaching my coworkers that you need to say unhoused versus homeless. I explained that we used to say bum in the 80s, then homeless. Now we need to say unhoused. They also black said I'm woke. That's to your point, Angel.
Yeah, it's not. It's really, I know, because white people are the loudest when it comes to this, that we're like, that's a white thing. No, I have definitely heard, because, we get stuck in our ways, too. Just like we don't like to hear that you eat pumpkin pie because that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
We like, no. Blacks, we eat sweet potato pie, okay? Our macaroni cheese should not have anything in it but mac and a cheese.
Yep.
Like
and certain cheeses.
in only certain
Don't be going that
Jesus.
good and that Gruyere.
We are very much so stuck in our ways, even
Yeah.
though we completely acknowledge that we are a monolith. So I know,
We're not a monolith.
yes, we're not. Excuse me. Thank you. You knew what I meant. Yep. We too have a lot of us are also in a place of privilege and don't want to have to change up how we view things.
Absolutely.
That unhoused thing, yes, that irritates me. I'm like, oh my goodness. That's why I was mad when they were like unalive. I said, now, God dang it, if that is something that we got to do, I'm not participating. I'm not. But yes, we all have it's not just the rich white folk. Anybody in a place of privilege, it can be uncomfortable having to change what you are used to.
Listen, some of older blacks in my family and church community, I remember we was trying to tell them you can't say Oriental no more. And they was like, but that's an Oriental person. It's like, you don't say Oriental. They're like, why?
I still got family members that have to be like, hey.
My father is one of these people.
Oriental?
But bless his heart, man. He's just like, that's just how I was,
Like Oriental is they don't even have the ramen
Furniture.
favor no more.
It is a furniture. It is a rug.
Yeah.
It is a lamp. It is not a person.
It's not a person. You got to figure out what type of Asian they are. They're like, I don't want to. If I do this, it's a catch-all. You can't catch them all like that.
No, you can't.
You're going to have to do a little bit more
And
work.
it's just like you can just use Asian then. That catches a lot.
They're like, but what is that?
But and the reason why it is hard, I think, a lot of times, not just being stubborn, it's because in some of the instances, the word that the person is used to using, they never meant offense when they used it.
And that's the thing. You don't, and a lot of older folks aren't on social media like that. They don't realize the tide is changing, right? So they're like, I ain't made nothing wrong. They be like, well, I ain't say the slur. They know the slur. They're like, I didn't even say that. We know.
We know you didn't
We
say
know
that.
you didn't say the slur, and kudos to you, but you're gonna have to take another step forward. They're like, well, when I was in Nam, we ain't in Nam. Nam a long time ago. With a Korean war, a long time ago.
And they're like, but no. And so the problem, so I actually don't have a problem with somebody actually digging their heels in to be like, I'm not changing it. It's when you then try to insult the person who's trying to educate you.
Right.
That's you the woke police. No, I'm just telling you, times have changed. Now, if you want to stay where you are,
Right.
that's your life. But
Right.
don't be mad at me because I'm informing you of what it actually currently contextually means.
Right. And somebody on Patreon said, also, do homeless people care rather whether we say unhoused versus homeless? And listen, there's probably some homeless people who don't know that the term is now unhoused.
Listen.
Right? And the thing about it is you try, like Angel was saying earlier, you try to do better when you know better. Right? Because honestly, the term homeless insinuates that you're out on the street and you have no roof over your head. Right? When actually there's a much more broader definition of unhoused. And under that definition, a lot more people are unhoused, right? Technically, if you can't pay your own way, your rent, your name on the lease, if you're staying with a friend, you're staying on a couch, you're living with family, somebody else is deciding to cover your needs. And if they decided not to cover that need and you couldn't cover that need, technically, you're unhoused, right? And that was TikTok I was watching. Boy, I be learning about myself on TikTok. I've learned a lot of things. This lady in New York, completely unhoused, full-time job, going to work from a shelter, riding the train, going down to people was like, how is you unhoused and you got a job? She was like, do you realize the price of rent? You know, in most cities in America, one person working minimum wage cannot pay rent in that city on a minimum wage job alone and survive.
I wonder if that's why it turned unhoused. The people who actually have money and look like they should not be homeless, they were like, no, what you're not going to do is call me that.
I think so.
I think that's what it really probably
I
stemmed
think that
from.
might have been where it came from.
Because I definitely get why somebody was like, do they care? I'd
When
probably
it's you,
know,
they care.
I think I probably know some of the people or have interacted with some of the people who do not care. They just would like food and a warm place to stay.
Right.
But when you think about who all then falls into that category, I'm sure there's some that are like, you will not
Right.
call me homeless. I am unhoused. That is where.
And if you're a person under the stigma, it's easy to not care about the stigma when you're not the person being stigmatized.
Yeah.
Right? When you got a house and stuff, you're like, well, why do they care? But when it's you, and you didn't plan on being in that circumstance, and it kind of hurts when people throw you. You like, you lumping me in with them? Like, yeah, yo, we all together now. You made fun of me.
Right.
Yeah, and the person I ain't the person shaking a cup. Yeah, but we all got the same
They
terminology.
were like, well, let's rebrand.
Because people don't want to, I can't, like bum and homeless. Look, I'm homeless, I ain't a bum. The bum is like, welcome to Bum Row. You don't want to be down in Skid Row, right? So now the term is a little bit more broad because a lot of people ain't got the, bro, let me tell you what. A lot of people ain't got the bread.
Right. No, it's expensive.
AI, robots, technology, all they do is take away jobs. I was thinking about this randomly. Detroit. Robots made making cars more efficient, and with that, they took jobs. Them cars used to be handmade. Somebody said tink, tink, tink.
Come on.
They got sick. They had to take breaks. They had kids. They got cut. They got hurt. Them robots have no feelings. They go, zzz, 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 zzz. They're faster. You ain't got to, listen, you know Uber, the reason Uber struggles that I've read in my little tech books is because Uber's plan was never to pay drivers. Uber's whole end game was driverless cars. And they was just trying to raise enough money to hold on. Because when Uber first came out, them people was making bread on Uber. The drivers got paid a lot. The rides didn't cost nothing. Remember when Uber first came out? When I first heard about it, them rides was $3.17 to carry you from here to New York City.
That's the only way you could get just a random person.
To get in the car, a stranger.
Yeah. You're like, but okay, you're not really attached to a company. You just showing up
It's
to
just Sean.
Okay, right.
You just Sean with the Toyota.
Right.
Remember Uber used to have your car could only be no older than 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. And then the more they win, it's okay, now to 7.
Well, because Lyft came along and said, we don't care. Does it run?
Do it go.
Can you use your feet to make it move forward?
And they done take more and more money from the driver, made the prices lower and lower because the whole point is to have driverless cars to carry you down the road, right? And if the gig economy is how a lot of people support themselves now. What's for Uber and DoorDash, Postmates, TaskRabbit, people be going to another job.
Yes. I'll be going to another job after this.
Listen,
We all do.
I have multiple jobs.
Or I will be unhoused. Let me tell you what. This house costs a lot. But yeah, I think that's where the wokeness come from. Listen, there are certain terms that I'm to just be saying and y'all gonna be mad. And I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna be mad about it. We had a whole conversation, and I know I'm about to piss some people off about the term female.
Ooh, you about to piss some people off?
Oh, because I don't mind the term.
You don't mind the term female?
I do not.
You female? Does that bother you?
No.
Okay.
We have songs where we call each other bitch. You ain't gonna be able to get me mad at female if I ain't mad at bitch. I'm so sorry. It just ain't gonna happen. It ain't. But people have tried to educate me on why, and I'm like, okay, you be mad. I just not gonna be. It's all about the context. If you talking to me crazy, you can call me by my first name, and I'm still gonna be mad at you.
Listen, I called you Angela one time by mistake.
I'll get way more mad at that. I'd rather be like, hey, female, and I'd be like, huh? You call me Angela, I'm be like, so you just want to be disrespectful today?
Actually, I said July. You thought I said Angela.
You did. I said, excuse you, Angela. Who's you talking to?
Why does that bother you so much?
It's a childhood trauma.
Angela?
Yes.
Childhood trauma?
Yes.
Interesting.
I truly do. I hate it. So yeah, I am one of those people. I don't call folk woke police because they don't like the word. I'm just like, we'll go with God.
Go with God, Crispy.
Listen, because I brought up the point, that video we watched, the dude with all the baby mamas who's like, I don't want to raise these kids.
Yeah.
He said woman the entire time. He never said female. And I was like, this man is disrespectful as F. And he never said B, he never said female. But every time he said woman, I was just like,
That stung worse? It stung worse?
Yes, because it's for me, it is context. But I understand that the historical context for some people permeates for them. It don't for me. It don't. I'm so sorry.
I think the thing about it is a thing cannot bother you, but you can still not say it to other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I be booking women comedians, I had to change. I had to pause because I used to. I would give these men and these female comedians, and I'd be like, women.
It's you could just say comedians.
Yeah, but I need to distinguish that I am purposely getting comedians who are women.
So male and female comedians. You can use it as.
But I thought I'm gonna get in trouble.
No, you can use it as a descriptor, but not as the noun.
You could use it as an adjective.
I don't know parts
Yes.
of
You
speech,
use
guys.
it as an adjective.
As
I
an
don't know what
adjective.
that
Just saying
is.
that female, that's where it's a
That
That's
is-
a noun.
That's a
the
noun. They
Okay.
don't like when you use it as a noun.
But you can say the female comedian
Yes.
Yes. Because
as long as you say the male comedian.
That would be preferential. Is that
I
if
don't have
you
to say the woman
that's a different
comedian.
conversation though.
the biggest reason there are other like historical reasons, but the biggest reason I've heard repeated multiple times when I've had this conversation is that no one says male. There is not
Got
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
Like if Friday Ice Cube said, "Hey, that's a female," he would never say, "Hey, that's a male."
Correct.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I hadn't heard that.
So, vis-a-vis, versa, if you're going to say female comedian, you should also add the descriptor of male comedian
And that's okay.
as a descriptive
You're
word.
just really woke right now.
I just say the comedian with a pussy or the comedian with a penis. Which one are we talking about? Oh, excuse me, I use the technical, so I would say cock instead if I'm going to use slang terms. There you go.
All right. Totally. I'm talking about a hard left subject. This was just funny to me, and I'm very curious what you would say. 2 inmates made their escape from the Newport News jail. Newport News, if you down in 7 cities. Newport News jail annex. Josh, please put this picture in the thing so they can see this hole that they put in this article.
Say less.
They were captured at an IHOP early Tuesday by Hampton Police Department officers thanks to tips from citizens. My question to you and Josh is this. If you break out of jail and they catch you at a restaurant, what restaurant is it going to be? Because
You think you got like Mastro's money though? Of course they're gonna be at IHOP.
I'm
kid.
just
No,
saying.
this is the problem. They would have never been caught if they'd been at Waffle House.
That's true.
They would have been at work. They would have been like, I can't tell. They all
Right,
look like people
exactly.
from-
That's the problem. They got too bougie.
Went too bougie down to the IHOP.
Yes, they needed to been at Waffle House. They would have blended in.
Or even Denny's. Denny's 24 hours.
IHOP is the creme de la creme. Denny's is underneath them. Bob Evans.
Come
Waffle
on.
House.
If you get at that Waffle House, the police could have the wanted poster. They could walk in there, hold it up to everybody, and be like, "I cannot tell."
It'll be I'm the pappy.
And that's what I'm the pappy. That's what they get over there trying to get that endless pancake.
Man, they should have just been
Stuffed
getting some
pancake.
Bowberry biscuits at Bojangles.
Something.
That would have been just fine.
Why do they be calling it stuffed pancakes when they never put the stuff in the pancakes? They always put it on top. It pisses me off. I just need to say it.
Really?
At IHOP, they'll be like, our fruit stuffed pancakes, and you get it, and the stuff is just sitting on top of there.
I thought it'd be up in the middle.
I ain't never seen it in the middle. It's like a lace front on top of the pancake. Put it in there.
I forgot about Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, no.
Cracker Barrel ain't woke. Cracker Barrel look like that general store in the movies. The general store in color purple is Cracker Barrel right now.
I love it.
They got a little, they season their food with racism.
And that's what makes it taste so
That's
yummy.
what make the pancakes crispy on the edges.
How you gonna get a hash brown casserole with wokeness?
You can.
You need something that's gonna put you to sleep.
Listen, Paula Deen, remember Paula Deen?
She said, nigga, and I said, I bet you her food is
Listen,
amazing.
she had slave people dressed up as,
I don't understand how people didn't get that she would say that word. Paula Deen seems like she was nursed by a black woman. Like her parents had a wet nurse and she drank from the teat of a black woman. And people thought that she was saying racially correct terms.
man, I would have been more surprised if Paula Deen didn't say nigga.
Oh, no. If she was like, I would never. I'd be like, now, come on. Now, come on, Paula.
Did she get canceled or she just got fired?
I think
Well,
she
cancel wasn't a thing yet.
I am sure Paula is still making money, just
She
not
is.
being. She probably doesn't have to use her name as much because somehow white folk figure that out too.
No, she go by Paula Deen.
No. I'm saying she's probably making money off of businesses where her name is not the forefront.
Oh, got
as
it.
well. Like she probably had to take a little bit of a pause on all the cookbooks and stuff.
Yeah.
But Paula Deen ain't never. She ain't never been hurting for money.
What year was that? Paula Deen got in trouble with them people.
That was at least 10 years ago.
No, wait, no.
That was at least 10 years
It was a minute ago.
It was at least 10 years ago.
You know who Paula Deen was? You remember on Life when the lady was they wanted some pie, and they was like, "Oh, well, let's give some of this pie." It was like, "How much to turn one of these to nigger pie?" She's like, "How about we turn y'all into nigger pie?" You say about 3-4 miles.
I go, yeah, that's definitely Paula, but I don't know.
I'm about to look up when she got in trouble. 2013, Angel, you're right on the money.
Listen, 10 years ago, I remember it was a long time ago, and I was so shocked that people were shocked.
Yeah, actually, she didn't even get fired. They just didn't renew her contract.
Boom, look at that. They let you down soft.
Doggone lips!
They let you down soft. I'm telling you, black folk, we show up late. They like, you're fired. They're not like, we're going to lay you off. We're going to give you a notice. They're like,
Right.
you are done. And then your money be all over the place. That's why you need to get Chime.
Yeah.
Do your financial goals feel out of reach? Well, they don't have to be. You know, it is. Listen, I know y'all be looking at Kevin especially and be like, Kevin got all the money. He doing all the things. Yeah. But Kevin also has dreams that are bigger than his current budget, just like myself. And and I also, not too long ago, was definitely in a place where it felt like the things that I wanted to achieve financially, I was just like, when is we going to get there? When? Well, with Chime's secured credit builder Visa credit card, you can start building credit with your own money through on-time payments and small everyday purchases like groceries, streaming, and gas. Members see an increase of 30 points to their credit score on average. Chime reports your payments to major credit bureaus to help you build credit over time, all with no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. So what they're saying and what I love about it is these are the things that you would normally do. You put gas in your car. You have certain apps that you pay for. You have to eat, so you buy groceries. These are things you already do, but by using Chime's credit builder Visa credit card, you do those purchases on that card, and when you pay it off on time, they report it to the credit bureau, and they get your credit on the up and up.
On the up and up.
Start making your financial dreams a reality with Chime. Signing up only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/SK.
SK.
That's chime.com/SK.
SK.
The Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card is issued by Stride Bank N.A. pursuant to the license from Visa USA. Chime checking account in $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secure Chime Credit Builder Visa Credit Card. Based on a study conducted by Experian Credit Builder, members observed an average of 30 points FICO score, 8 increase after 8 months with a regular on-time payment. Results may vary. See chime.com for details. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or any Allpoint or Visa Plus Alliance ATM.
There you go. What was that? Second or third?
That was the third. We got Winmer.
Okay, real quick. What chain restaurant
second
of that
restaurant.
ilk? We're not saying Mastro's. You just got out of jail. You got $50. Where are you going? Where the police catching you at?
Kevin, this is so hard. It's going to be a seafood-ish restaurant.
Seafood? Long John Silver's?
No, maybe more
Captain
than
D's?
likely Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
Yeah,
What's your
'cause I
baked
feel-
biscuits?
Yeah, I feel like I
Cherry
could
biscuits
get-
ain't what they used to be. I'm going to say it on record.
Oh, I haven't had them in the
Oh,
last
you're correct.
5
They
years,
aren't.
though.
But when I was in high school, maybe poverty just made them taste so much more elevated.
Probably the thing. Your palate's changed a lot.
Maybe
since high
that's
school,
it.
though, kid.
I feel like the biscuits changed.
I did make some at home because, you can now buy them. And they were closer than what the restaurant is.
There was a time when that was the majority of my meal.
Oh, yeah, you would be full. But I think I could get, like, if I got an all-you-can-eat, like, if I got out of jail, if I escaped around the same time, I would coordinate it to their all-you-can-eat shrimp feast. That's when you're going to see me up out in these streets. I would go then because the all-you-can-eat is like $24.99. So that leaves me $25 because I'm not tipping. I just got out of
out of
prison.
jail.
I'm
They just have to understand.
So I'm going to get a drink with a souvenir cup. Because usually those are free refills as well. So I'm living it up.
Under $50. I probably have to say Cracker Barrel.
Well, that's a good one.
Because
I
them
can see it.
crispy pancakes,
But it depends what time. What time are you breaking out? If you're breaking out at night, you're going to have to
they
wait
got
till the
breakfast
morning.
all day, baby.
Yeah,
Is it
they
really?
do.
Cracker
Yeah,
Barrel got
they do.
breakfast
Oh, wow.
all day, baby.
That Uncle Herschel's favorite. Woo!
Oh, grandma's sampler?
Yeah.
Grandma's?
You know, I don't eat their pancakes.
Huh?
Nah.
Angel.
I need them biscuits.
I don't eat the biscuits. I can't have biscuits and pancakes.
I make the little sandwiches.
You don't like the pancakes, or that's the bread you
She
choose?
makes biscuit sliders?
Yes, I do.
That's
I put
fantastic.
Uncle Herschel's used to have the catfish in it, because I don't even think they got Uncle Herschel's no more. I put catfish, egg and cheese, grape jelly, biscuit.
So you making stuff that ain't on the menu?
Yeah,
You making the angels?
They need
angel
angel
special.
sampler.
it's
You said, what you said? Now catfish and jelly?
it don't even matter. It be good.
Run it back for me. I
So,
got lost when you said jelly and
You got
fish.
the biscuit. Open it up. The meat I choose, because I don't eat pork,
Yes, right.
is the fish, the catfish.
Okay.
I break the catfish in half. I put it on the biscuit.
Yeah.
I take the scrambled eggs with cheese that I ordered, put a chunk of that on there.
Okay.
Then I put the grape jelly on the top
Grape jelly.
and slap it on there. Oh my God, today.
I first of all never had fish and biscuit.
Neither have I until then.
I definitely haven't had jelly and fish.
I've never done it
What made you
outside
do
of-
it the first time?
because I was like, okay, I get a meat. Well, let me try the catfish. And I was like, let's see what happens. And it was magnificent.
Okay, I didn't even know they had catfish until this moment.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew.
Yeah, they got catfish. And it's one of their dinner specials, I think, on like Fridays.
You
course
are
it is.
65.
Of course it is, because
You know,
Fish
the dinner
Fridays.
specials on Friday for Lent.
It is.
Boy,
Listen,
Lent's not. That's on Friday.
Cracker Barrel will always be a special place to me. That's where Marcus asked me out on our first date.
Oh, that's
Cracker
the
Barrel?
most that's the
Cracker
less
Barrel.
Kentuckiest
man.
thing I done
It
ever heard.
is. It is. Our
That's the most
families.
Kentucky thing I ever heard.
The fact that both of our families were at Cracker Barrel.
Down at the Cracker Barrel.
Okay.
That's how they say it in Kentucky, the Barrel.
The Burl.
We were down there at the Cracker Barrel. Yeah, I met this young woman. Her family was having a nice dinner. I mosey on over with my sweet tea. I say, hey, Angel, you female? I'd love to take you out.
Yes, I said I am female. No. Yeah, Cracker Barrel will always. I wish we could have gotten married there and had a reception at Cracker Barrel. Yeah.
I love walking around the general store. They be having so many different trinkets in there.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't bought nothing ever. Actually, I bought some bacon mayonnaise one time for Isaiah.
Wow.
Because he liked bacon really a lot as a kid. I was like, bacon mayo. I bought it and they made me throw it away at the airport. I forgot to put it. I put it. That was the first and the last time I bought anything. That's woke. You have an attack on the country. Now you can't take stuff down in the airport. I can't
surely
visit my
can't.
family. All the movies, they be seeming so old. We used to just walk through the airport.
We used to walk
That's
through.
woke, man.
Yeah, you got the woke police. The TSA is a whole new job.
Got to be there 50 million minutes early, hours early. Makes me so mad.
I'm an early person, but there's a big discussion on personality based on when you arrive for a flight. Okay. Apparently, millions of people without clear or TSA pre-check arrive within an hour.
Oh, I gotta renew mine.
That is
I think
stressful.
there's so many factors that go into your arrival time at the airport. The number one factor, what's the airport?
Yes.
If I live in Fayetteville, where my parents live, you can get to that airport as the plane is taking off.
And still get
They
on.
will open the door.
Excuse me to the pilot. Hey.
Oh, hold up. Come on, Kev. They don't care.
Yeah.
Them little regional airports, they don't even open. Your flight is at 7. The people won't even be out there until 6.
Yeah.
They are. Why are you here?
That's Lexington.
Lexington. That's one thing I love about them small cities. Performing in them, you get to the airport when you want to.
Mm-hmm.
They be like, come on, man, we don't care.
Now do that at Hartsville Jackson, at
Oh, dog.
at Atlanta.
Atlanta is the only place where the clear line is as long as any other
They
line.
have
The
a
clear
separate-
pre-check line.
They have a whole separate checkpoint area for TSA pre-check.
and clear.
I
And
told-
it be long.
I told y'all the
crazy.
clear girl, baby. She irritated me so bad.
Yeah, you told us you was very upset.
Oh, I told it on my story. Yeah, I said, girl, stop. I wanted to be like, stop talking to me. I am mad right now.
I don't do probably anything less than an hour and a half. International, I do 3 hours because when we were international in Spain,
leaving.
we got there 2.5 hours early, and it took about 2 hours to get through security. Now, They were striking that day, but don't worry. If you have anxiety, you only need one instance or something to happen for the rest of my natural life.
Yeah.
I'm going to be down in a foreign country. I'm going to be down there in 3 hours.
I'm gonna be down there a day before. What are you
3
talking
hours.
about?
I'm
I will
that
sleep-
dad.
I will sleep at the gate.
Apparently, they have whole TikToks about dads who arrive early, check the tickets 100 times.
Oh, you're him.
Oh, yeah.
Josh, I was like, I'm dad talk?
Yeah.
Apparently, this is called anxiety. I just like to double check. When I fly international, I wear sweatpants. I put my passport in my pocket, zip it up, and touch it 1,000,000 times.
I bet.
I'll
Oh,
be-
bless your heart, friend.
Okay, it's still there. Ooh, okay, it's still there. And my passport is still there. When I know I'm about
Do
to
you
go
have
out of town,
backups?
you can't have a backup passport.
Yeah, you can.
Well, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about backup versions of what you need. So, like,
Joshua.
for me, my ID, I have it on me, right? My passport is in my backpack just in
Yes.
case.
Yes.
I'm always traveling with my backpack anyway.
Joshua,
My global entry
Is in a different
is in a
place.
different pocket.
I need to get my
in my
global
backpack. I got to renew mine as well.
Yes.
Mine expires next year.
you're going to have to steal my stuff 3
Yes.
times
Oh,
if you're going to get
absolutely.
my stuff.
I like to
I'm gonna be able to get home.
rely on the power of the Lord. When I travel, I like to rely on his grace. Hey, I want to make sure that God's power is constantly moving in my life. See, y'all's egos is too big. Y'all feel like y'all got to control the situation. The Lord is my TSA. He has cleared me to either get on this flight or not.
I can't do it. I was talking to Stephon Lewis because when we were going to Egypt, I was so doggone anxious about COVID and not going. I was just like,
You should have been. That was an anxious time.
I was just testing and testing and testing. And he gave me a tip. He was like, okay, what happens if you can't go to Egypt? What happens if you get COVID and you can't go? I'm like, he's like, will Egypt be gone? And I'm like, no. He's like, so will you never be able to go because you can't make this trip? And I was like, no, but I really want to go this time. He's like, I understand, but maybe you won't be able to go this time. Does that mean it will never happen? And when I tell you, the older the boys get, the more my mind creates stories. What if a robber comes? What if this happens? And he's like, okay, challenge that thought. What is the likelihood?
Called catastrophizing.
Absolutely, that's what it's called. He's like, what's the likelihood of that happening? Yes, it's technically possible, but so is getting struck by lightning. You don't spend your day thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, but that man can't come to my house
Right.
and get my children when
My
they're at school or
children.
go in a car accident or anything. And he was like, you can't spend your whole life dreaming up sequences that are likely never to happen.
And you can't actually. I had
doesn't
to
know.
try my best not to have a panic attack last night. I was like, I am running off of like 30 minutes of sleep. I'm like, yes, panic attack. Let's go. Catastrophizing. Come on, bitch. Let's do this.
Boy, I'm talking about, I be dreaming up worlds of scenarios. Melissa and them got struck by lightning in the car. I was like, that's a new one. What if my family gets struck by lightning? That actually happened now. What if the plane falls out the sky? I be in the air like, I tweeted this the other day. I be in the air looking out the window and being like, we shouldn't be able to do this.
Oh, yeah, that happened to me this
I
weekend.
don't know why this is not right.
It's not.
They just brought me a quiche on Josh sent me the
it's
plane.
hot.
He was saying the Sully
The actual pilot,
Sullenberger.
the guy who landed in the Hudson,
he
the airplane.
He said y'all
And that
forget.
was like in what, 2009?
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. They already made a movie about it. That's how long ago. They made the movie quick
and got
though.
Tom Hanks.
They were like, get Tom on the line.
But what's the point? What about Sully?
Sully said, y'all forget, these planes are flying 500 miles per hour.
Aluminum tubes.
Aluminum tubes flying 500 miles an hour, 7-8 miles in the air. And y'all should be thankful every time it goes up and comes down safely.
Yes.
And I said, miles in the air?
I don't think y'all know how much I tarry before as we're taking off.
Yes, but when we're landing too.
Oh, yeah. No, I try to be asleep when we land because wherever I end up at, Lord, I'm going to wake up where you are.
I want to be awake because sometimes they land too hard when you're asleep and you think it's the time.
Oh, yeah,
That's when
I don't
I'm
mind.
like,
Go, ah!
There was this girl on TikTok. She was a flight attendant. She said, why do y'all look out the window when there's turbulence? You think you can see turbulence?
Absolutely.
I want to see somebody like this.
Yes.
I feel like there's a monster out there
There's
shaking
a
the thing.
demon out there.
I'd be like, what is it going down
I need to actually understand the mechanics of turbulence.
Because you feel like you should be able to see it.
Yes, I'm like, what is this? But because they can see it, they say.
Because
they
the air
say
be like,
it's speed bumps in the air, but where are the
But
they
bumps?
have a
even
different.
say
They
it.
have a different eye system. Sometimes the air be like, "Yo,
No,
over
but
here,"
what I
and then
don't
sometimes
like
be
seeing,
like, "Come on,
what I
man."
don't like seeing is seeing turbulence and seeing the wing go like this,
Yes.
I'm just like, that is metal. That's not gonna.
I'm gonna punch your plane. The air said I'm gonna punch your plane when it gets over here. Be like, you can't go above or below. It's ha ha ha.
But they be calling it. They be like,
Oh, yeah.
the captain would like you to buckle up your seatbelt because we're gonna experience some rough air. What's his name? Tell me.
Sully
Why is-
Sullenberger?
Why is the rough
Go
air?
around it.
Right. I want to know how you see it.
Since you got your degrees and you know everything.
And somebody said air pocket, so the sky got a burp. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't like it. Because what's an air pocket? I don't walk through air pockets. We live here on Earth.
The sky
Have
has
you
acid
ever-
reflux? No.
Have you ever walked through an air pocket? Have you ever walked been like, oh, goddamn. That was an
I
air
think
pocket.
the wind is different up there.
The
gotta be.
gust. I've got a gust of wind to the face one time where I was like, I don't know where that came from. When it was windy though. So,
Right.
but I don't know how the.
How they the clouds moving? Like, I need to know so that it can help me. Because I don't get it. I don't get it. And when it's really bad, that's when I start texting everybody, I love you so much.
They say air traffic control tells them they're on the ground. They don't know what's.
How
they're
they see it?
They can't put the window out and go like this.
Also, the fact that you can text somebody in the sky
Thank
and they're
God.
on the earth in a different
yeah.
part, I'd be like, this is crazy.
Thank God.
But that's because they're closer to the satellite. So now they're just pinging from satellite connections.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I gotta get my money from American because they didn't charge me 4 times for
Go in flight?
Wi-Fi.
Oh, I hate their
You need to
Wi-Fi.
go on Delta, baby girl. It's free,
Wi-Fi
now.
I know, but I had to fly.
I
How
know.
I had to fly?
Nah,
you know?
man, tell them going down on Delta.
I got to do the what's that thing called? The Centurion Lounge. Finally, it's way better than the Delta
Oh, it's
Lounge.
nice.
I know.
Their food was good. They had chicken apple sausage. I said, no, don't treat me this
I don't
nice.
like chicken apple sausage.
I love it. Well, I don't eat pork.
Kev
so-
eats haram though, so he be eating pork.
All right.
So listen, if saving money and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane prices every month for your phone bill? Because they out here taking everybody's money with these stupid fees and mess. Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Let me tell you, Mint Mobile is truly the best deal that you're going to get, okay, with a mobile plan. And then the reception is amazing. We've actually tried it here. We know what we're talking about. So if you're trying to save money, this is one of the easiest places that you can save money, because we're not telling you don't have a phone. We're saying just don't spend as much on your cell phone.
That's all we telling you?
Yeah.
Just don't spend so much.
And it's completely online. That's the reason why they're saving you money. They're not having to pay, having you pay the cost of all of their overhead, because they're like, listen, it's online. It'll take you a couple of minutes. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. All plans come with unlimited talk and text, high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in minutes with eSIM. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get a plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/crew with a K.
Crew with a K.
That's mintmobile.com/crew with a K.
Crew with a K.
Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/crew with a K.
Crew with a K. All right. The other week on Twitter, there was a whole big kerfuffle. Black woman, LCSW, LICSW. She said, I don't know what LCSW means.
A licensed clinical social worker.
Oh, okay.
I know just because my sister's one.
Okay, great. She said, I'm no longer accepting male clients. They get in my email inbox and want me to prove why they should choose me as a therapist. No scheduled consultations or nothing to see if we are a good fit. I'm not the one or the two to prove my worth to anyone. She's a black woman. I don't know if I said that, but if you didn't know, I'm not the one or the two. Should have told you. We would not work well together because you're already trying me, and I'm not above going off on anybody, AWF. If you're trying me before the therapeutic relationship starts, I know you out here being a menace to folks, and that's going to activate my nervous system, so nah, it's a wrap. When I tell you, Angel and Joshie, this woman says she's not taking male clients. the poop hit the fan.
Oh, of course.
She didn't even say black male, but because she was black men went and put the word black where it didn't say and proceeded to prove her 1,000% right. You ain't gonna take me to therapy? Well, I don't want your therapist, and I think you're dumb and you're stupid and you shouldn't be able to do therapeutic services to nobody. How dare you not take me when I don't want to go to therapy? No way. But if I did want to go, I wouldn't want to go to you. But you ain't gonna accept me because I don't want to go to therapy. I don't want to go to you, and you won't prove to me why you deserve to be my therapist. Well, you're dumb and ugly.
Jeez.
Was like, man, there was this whole argument on whether therapists should take everybody, whether you should even announce it. It's funny, a black male therapist was like, I don't do couples. I don't have to, and I don't want to, and I'm not going to. Stephen Lewis was like, I used to do couples therapy. I no longer do therapy. I just found it, though, interesting. I've not found it interesting, but this is consistent. Black women gonna get attacked. They gonna get attacked. Whether they do the same thing that a black man does, a white man does, a white woman, of the four groups,
Black women, they coming.
they gonna get it
for
the
us.
worst. People are like, well, she shouldn't have tweeted it. People tweet things all the time. Maybe she's warning people. Maybe she put it on her website. I have therapists. I have women therapists. If I saw that on when you search for therapists, it tell you what they specialize in. If they don't if it say no male clients, I'll be like, well, there's another person.
There's another
I'm not
one.
going to force, but that's also how I live my life. The songwriter says, if you don't want me, then don't talk to me.
Yes.
I listen, you ain't got to prove myself to you. You ain't got to prove why you don't want to work with me. Maybe you had a bad experience, but people boy, it's nothing worse than somebody telling you they don't want you, even if they didn't tell you personally.
And you didn't want them to begin with either. I want you to want me, even though I don't know you, nor want you, nor do you affect my daily life.
Right. And they attacked this woman for like 2.5 weeks, Angel.
And she was like, you know,
Death threats, this and that. Men was like, well, let me tell you what. I hate you.
Dudes be listen. Did she bring it on herself? Absolutely, because Twitter is a cesspool.
Twitter it's beyond cesspool. We need a new word.
Yeah. It's. I don't know how y'all deal with it.
Somebody said this. It was so funny. It said, Twitter has elite hating. It ain't even bots over here. We hate you. It's people.
Oh yeah, it's people in their
behind
heart. The black coal of their heart is just singing out. So it's definitely saying that in that arena. I don't think she could have thought that this wasn't going to get her some hate. Maybe not to the level that she got it to, but some hate. So I don't know. I would say for her own mental sanity, I would have been like, sis, don't even put it on there. But on the flip side, I don't know why we want to be everybody's cup of tea. Like, I get why we stay on elected officials because you're elected to represent me. So, God dang it, you're going to have to talk to me.
Me personally.
Personally and understand me. But if you are working in the private sector, my taxes are not going to you.
Yeah.
I could care not about what you are talking about. You could legitimately, specifically hate Angel Lakita Tanksley. I do not care. I care not.
If the therapist said, I'll see anybody on earth except Angel Lakita Tanksley, you'd be like, hey, that's specific, but okay.
I'd be like, cool, because my specific therapist gets paid a lot by me, so I don't want to give that to you. I'll give it to her. She likes seeing me. We go an hour and a half every session.
Yeah, we be in there.
Listen, I'll be like, I need to talk about all of it, please.
I'll be in there. I'll be like, boy, I'm up in there.
No, and
I'll be up in there.
I'm talking all 90 minutes.
They take insurance, your therapist?
Absolutely not.
Therapists might as well be like, give me cash, man, bring it to my house.
And I pay her for 6 months up front.
Jesus.
Come on.
Angel.
Come on.
Discount for such?
Oh, I was going to say.
I mean, it's still a lot.
No, absolutely a lot.
I mean, her rate is still a lot. That's the reason why I said I'm going to give you
my
all of
therapist
it.
to send me the Zelle request before I let that money out.
I said, oh, Jesus. But yeah, it's well worth it. And she act like she wants to talk to or listen to the talk. I don't need to give my money to somebody who's like, you again. And also true, like if I'm not able to see that you're going to be helpful to me in the first couple of minutes of our conversation, I'm not going to continue to try to make you prove yourself to me. Not when it's my money.
And there's other people who do this job.
Who do this job and do it well, and it's a good fit for me. But if she's noticing, if this therapist is noticing over and over, now I have multiple therapists in my family that are trained licensed therapists. And they see clients of all different backgrounds. One of my family members is specifically a children's therapist. She don't want to see no adults. I highly doubt that adults would be like, oh, so you only want to talk to the kids.
That's creepy.
You don't want to talk to me, the inner child and myself? But I guess men just don't want to not be.
Don't tell me you don't want me.
They did. They
That's
just
my
don't
problem. Abandonment issues activated from your tweet. All right, before we go, I want to talk about this because it kept getting pushed down the docket. And since we talked about woke, this is really interesting. YouGov America released this data, and it was what Americans, the headline is, Americans overestimate the size of minority groups and underestimate the size of most majority groups. All right. So I want
say now what? Say it again.
Americans overestimate the size of minority groups and underestimate the size of majority groups. So what I'm going to do is go down the list and tell you what the estimated proportion is and then what the actual proportion is.
Okay,
all right?
come on, give it to me.
The number of people in America who have a household income over 1 million. How many households do most people think have over 1 million? 20%. How many actually have over 1 million? 0%.
I was gonna say 2 in 10 people. No.
Yes, but
Wait a minute, I'm confused.
Most people think that in America, 20% of Americans have a household income of over $1 million. Okay, the actual truth is less than 1% of American families.
When you said 0%, I was like, no.
It says 0%.
I was like, I personally know people who have income over $1 million.
Yes, but it's less than 1%. It says 0%, but I'm gonna say less than 1%.
Well, I know a lot of that little less than 1%.
Because you live in.
That's the circle though too. They're saying at the 20% is saying anybody that's outside in the streets. 2 out of 10 people you see.
Yeah, got it.
And
No,
that
might be 2 out of 10 people you see.
right.
it's more than 2 out of 10.
But you don't know a lot of people who don't.
Oh, I do.
Angel, just hush.
I
Just
do.
hush.
I do.
All right. Estimated proportion of transgender people in America, 21% estimated.
What?
Actual, less than 1%.
Yeah, why would somebody think 21%?
Because the news, you would believe that doggone children at drag queen shows is an everyday occurrence in every city in America. The amount of time, I remember I heard it on the news, on Twitter, on the news. I said, how often is this happen? I have never seen it advertised, done. But on the news, you would think children at drag shows, we got to protect the children. How often is it happening? I've never seen it advertised outside of people saying we got to stop having this happen in the same video that's happening.
Right.
But anyway, let's continue. Percentage who have a household income over 50%. I mean, $500,000. 26 people. 26%. That's what most people think. The actual truth, less than 1%.
That one is the one that's a little bit more of a shocker.
Yes. How many Americans are Muslim? Estimated 27%.
Well, these people just like the 20s. They're like just somewhere around there.
Quarter.
Truth, less than 1%.
Really?
Are Native American? 27%.
Yeah,
True.
they know that's a lie.
Less than 1%.
They knew that's a lie.
Are Jewish? 30%. True. Less than 2%. Very high where we live, not high anywhere else.
That's true.
New York City. How many people in America live in New York City? You know what people think? 30% of Americans.
People are just stupid.
Out of their
This
damn
is
minds.
who are they? Who is the pool of people that they are?
This sample is not.
Josh, I think it's true. I think most people get their news from the news. The news feeds a narrative.
People get their news from the news.
From the TV. And the news feeds a narrative, and they don't cover Wichita, Kansas that much on the national news. You know what they talk about? New York and L.A. New York always have the children at the drag shows. L.A., they talk about them cities, so you forget. When you live in, we go to them cities, and when we do our shows, Them folks in Greenville, South Carolina, and all, when the news is on there, they talking about stuff in New York. They're in New York. So y'all must, all them libs and them woke must be living down in New York.
It's crazy.
30%. That don't even make sense math-wise.
It doesn't. I'm like, what? That New York would fall off. It would be too heavy. It would fall in the water.
New York is like a mile wide.
Most
It
people
is
don't
the
realize that, how
tiniest little
small
thing.
it
There's
is.
a lot of people, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people in that small concentration of land,
Yeah.
but not 30% of
30%
the U.S.
of America?
US.
How many people live in America? 330 million?
Why do you
About
know
that.
that specific number?
That makes sense because
You nerd. You nerd.
I think it's closer
It
to
is 331 million.
That,
Oh, is it
you
really?
ill, Kevin.
Oh, that's a spectrum.
just disgusting.
That's a spectrum.
That would mean
Being
that
such a male.
if 30% of Americans live there, that'd be what? 99 million people
Yes.
living there?
Yes.
No, somebody said 17 miles. Maybe top down, I'm talking width from the Hudson to whatever that.
Somebody said big placard energy.
That's what the hell. That's exactly what that was. What is it? 330 million?
You know how
I was off by 5 people. Sorry.
All right. How many people in America are gay and lesbian? Estimated 30%. Actual, less than 3%. How many
That
people
I
are
think is cap.
atheists?
I think people are lying about their sexuality. That's what I honestly think.
You
Maybe
think- You
living.
think 33%?
Oh, I think that number is higher. I think there's a lot of people that are just like, nope, I don't like anything but the opposite. People lying. Now, how many people are living hetero? How many people are actually
Hetero.
hetero?
Have you seen that TikTok?
No.
Oh,
Angel.
He said, the person said, are you straight? He said, am I straight? Hetero. Hetero. Melissa's favorite TikTok in all the land.
Yeah, no. I think. I think that one's cap.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Are bisexual 29%, actual 4%, atheist 33% estimated, actual 3%. Are members of a union 36%, actual less than 4%.
1 minute. What did we talk about? A union?
A union.
Like, in a relationship, marriage?
No, like carpenters union, local 445.
Oh, okay. Got it. Sorry.
Yeah. Are vegan or vegetarian 30%, actual 5%. Are Asian 29%, actual 6%. Are military veterans 40%. People think 40%.
Then served in America? Oh, they definitely polled the middle of the country.
Absolutely came right down to Wichita and straight down
But
to the right.
thing is that like those things would, you're right, those things would possibly be closer to accurate, but still far off if they polled just what do you think is happening in Los Angeles, not even all of California.
That's
just
what
in
people
Los
think is the
Angeles.
world, though. They don't think about where they live. They know my small town is good. The rest of the world is sinking sand.
I don't think the vegan one is. I think the vegan one is capped too. I think
30%?
I think it's like 0.1%.
That
I
are
don't think-
vegan?
Yeah, I think people be lying and just
What's
be
this
like,
vegan or vegetarian?
oh, okay. Because
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
these people got these leather purses. They lying.
Even people who are vegan don't be. They be like,
Yeah.
well, I will make an
They're
exception.
like, I have a plant-based diet.
The only person I know who is vegan all the way through and through, 2 people, and don't do leather is Tab and Sabrina.
Yeah.
The rest of them be like, I mean, I don't eat animals, but
That's why I'm like, that's less than 5%.
my car has leather.
These niggas is lying.
I didn't eat that one. I sat on it. It was smooth.
It was smooth.
All right. Are Asian, I said that? No,
Yeah.
I did. Live in Texas. Estimated proportion, 30%.
Okay.
Actual, 9%.
So only 40% live anywhere else. So 30% live in New York, 30% live in Texas, and then 40%.
Let me
is
tell you what
scattered.
stand-up comedy has taught me.
What?
From Virginia to Florida to Mississippi and around that corner, them niggas live there. And up to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
This part of America, them niggas is there.
The ones who did this,
Them,
this poll.
no, I'm just talking about where the black folks be.
Oh, yeah.
I could never perform on this half of the United States. I could never perform west of Dallas, Texas.
We have never been to Idaho.
Chicago to Dallas.
You could kill an Idaho.
And that way, I could never perform on the half of America that I live on Wouldn't change a thing.
There's a reason why we fly 14-hour
Wouldn't
days.
change I would go to Atlanta twice before I perform in LA once.
Oh, yeah.
I would
LA
go to
is hard.
Nashville twice. DC 3 times. Baltimore 4. What is California? I hate it.
I think you would kill in Idaho. You stick to just church stuff. They love.
I used to kill when I did just church stuff.
That's what I'm saying. White folk love, especially some conservative white folk.
Yeah, I
Give
mean-
them Jesus, and they will laugh.
Yeah.
Give them a little Jesus, and they gonna be cracking up. That's all they need. That's all they need. But then you start talking about that black stuff.
Hey.
Listen, I had to challenge my own self. Somebody's like, why don't you just do church stuff? Because it's boring to me. I need a challenge. I need something. Once I feel like I've conquered it, once my set gets where I can't feel like I can't change anything, I won't be done with this now.
Oh, okay.
That's actually what I'm excited about. Here's the thing. The one thing I'm excited about is a new show every time. What's going to happen? I don't know.
We have no idea.
This is exciting to me, Kevin.
To be
All right.
clapping.
How many people think are left-handed? 34%. Actual, 11%. How many people do you think are black in America? 41%.
Okay, now we all know the actual answer to that. They
Because
say
we
it
black.
all the time.
12% in America are actually black. You really think half of America is black?
It's because we be in all the music, and they're like,
Gotta
look at
take
them again.
back our country.
You haven't. It never left your hands. It was never in danger, and it never will be in danger of being taken.
40%?
40%. Let me tell you what I know. That ain't possibly true. There's like I just said, whole states I could avoid. And you know why? Because them niggas don't be in there.
They don't.
Idaho, I got to show off. He's like, you want to come down to Omaha? For what? To get a steak?
Yeah.
To see Warren Buffett's house?
For the challenge, Kevin. You
No.
said you want to be
It's
challenged.
challenge
changed my
day.
mind.
Well, you took us to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
No, I ain't going back there either.
I said,
Took us to
oh.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
I sure
He
did.
took us to
There's some blacks
Minneapolis,
in there, though.
and my set was so black. I said, why? I said, I'm over here talking about HBCUs, and they're like, what's a hubcoo? What's hubcoo? What is that? I was like, oh, can I just do a 3-minute set?
All
And get off
right, let me
stage?
finish this. And then we're going to go because I got to do this. Have an advanced degree, 37%. Actual, 12%. Our first generation immigrants, 33%. Actual, 14%. Our Hispanic, 39%. Actual, 17%. There's actually more Hispanic than black.
Of course.
Of course there are,
This-
but that first
used to live here,
first degree, Jesus,
First
first
generation
generation, that sounds like Cap 2.
The actual or the estimated?
I think there's more than what they
These
split.
numbers don't even add up, though.
Who cares, Josh? People don't know math. Our Catholic, 41%. Actual, 22%. Own a gun, 54%. Actual, 32%. Have at least a college degree, 47%. Actual, 33%.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have a household income over 100,000. Actual, 34%. Estimated, 38%. That's really close.
Okay.
Have a passport, 45%. Estimated, actual, 37%. Our Democrats, 51%. Actual, 42%. Our obese, 56%. Actual, 42%.
Ah, no,
Now,
that's a lot too.
I'm in that.
That's a
obese.
65%. We a good 65%.
Some days do you look in the mirror, you be like, I'm so fat. And then other days you be like, nah, not that fat.
No, every day is. Hey, big girl. Hey, big girl.
Hey, girl, what you? I looked in the mirror today like this. I said,
What?
it's not that
It
bad.
doesn't listen.
I
It
pulled
just-
my hamstring, Angel.
What you
working
do?
out.
Oh no, Kevin.
I was on that doggone treadmill where I was running fast. This doggone trainer pushing me. And I said, best shape of my life before 40. And I regret that because he doggone took it. He took it as more of a personal challenge than I am. And I'm doggone running, Angel, the trampoline, the treadmill got up to 25 miles per hour. I was running 25 miles per hour.
Okay.
Ain't
You a
not
Usain
okay.
Bolt?
Not okay.
Okay.
No, Angel. I felt hot fire run down the back of my leg, locked up, felt like I could feel the muscle, like a cramp, felt like a cramp. So I was like, oh, I'm catching a cramp. It wasn't. It didn't go away. It got all tight. I couldn't even do my jokes. And last night, I'm trying to be a present husband, helping my wife fold clothes, re-aggravated it. And I said, what am
How
I
you
doing?
re-aggravate your hamstring folding clothes? Why
Because
you
when you
folding
bend over,
clothes?
I was bending over
Yeah,
to
you
pick
gotta
up a
use the
sock.
other leg and kind of like balance it to go down. Trust me, I've
Yes.
been through
Put the
this.
clothes up high. Y'all
No,
gotta-
it was
but
on the
if you're
floor.
picking anything up, you're extending your hamstrings.
No, that's what I'm saying. He should have had the clothes up high so he
Oh.
wasn't picking them up and just fold them up here. Kevin, you're an athlete. This is what happens. Athletes get injuries.
And I'm rehabbing for the rest of the year.
No, Kevin.
I'm done for the season and the following season.
No, Kevin.
You
It's
got
over.
6 weeks left, don't you?
Kevin, you
It's
can do
over,
it.
buddy.
No,
Josh, Angel.
Kevin.
The best shape of my life is the shape I'm in. Angel, I'm
You
taking
can
it
do
down.
No, Kevin.
Angel.
You've
it's
been looking
over.
for any
Yeah,
excuse.
you can put on the IR for 3 days, man. You're like,
3 months.
I'm quitting my career. in
I'm
fitness.
done.
Kevin.
Angel, I'll be 40 in 5 weeks.
And you, no telling what all you can pull off by then.
I'm going to
Imagine-
pull off the pork off the bone.
And the hamstring at the same time. No.
I don't need to be getting hurt.
Kev, this could be your breakthrough moment.
It is. It's a breakthrough moment where I accept myself as I am.
Kevin.
Nah, Angel, and I'm proud of you. You've been doing so
I've
good.
been trying. Listen, I didn't work out Friday, but I went out with my girlfriends. We danced for 2 hours.
That
and
counts. That
counts.
I have
People do
felt
that.
it.
I'm gonna
People do
live
that for
vicariously
workouts.
through
That's
you.
Zumba.
You get down to one, whatever it is. I say, but
Let's if we can get to a one something.
that's
come
my
on.
friend.
Come on,
and I'm gonna have
somebody.
some pinkberry on the way to my home.
No, we gonna work out, Kevin.
I'm done, Angel.
Don't be
my,
done.
My hamstring hurts right now.
That's okay.
Nah.
Kevin, we got to be bring the sexy back for HTT 24.
We don't need to.
Yes.
We need to be body positive icons.
I am. Sometimes the F in fat is F, and sometimes it's a PH, but fat is still there.
I represent what most people in America look like. I want to look like people at my shows. I want them to feel safe.
They
and
said it's
seen.
only 48%. It's not most of the people.
At my shows, we be me.
He'd be 100% in
Well,
the
listen,
shows.
when I sell them stage crew shirts, they be selling in my size. 2X be gone.
They be asking for
Listen.
3.
Yeah, we big over here, the stage crew. We likes to eat. We likes to laugh.
The
I know
Angel
who my
Wings,
people
too.
are because my
I make
people
sure
is me.
I have their sizes, and I'm like, I
Listen.
got y'all size. I am y'all sizes.
I
so come
know
on.
what it feels like. I don't want you to ever worry. We go 3 up 4. We go up to 5. You lucky my supply don't make 6. Because I'll pull some 6s in there.
Listen, Kevin, come
Nah,
on,
man. I already won the NAACP. They said you can't lose more than 100 pounds within the first year of you winning it.
That's
so.
not true at all.
But
They
you're
did.
nowhere
It was
near
in the
the
bylaws.
100
That's
pounds.
not-
You're,
it's in the
you're
bylaws.
not anywhere near the
All
100
right, but I
pounds.
want to get close because they said they might come take it. So
Kevin,
nah,
You still walking though?
Kevin's not doing anything.
I'm done.
That's not good,
I'm done.
Kevin.
It's great. It's fine.
Kevin.
I'll start again this New Year's Eve.
What
I
about
love
the
you
free
guys.
stockings?
We'll talk about the bonus episode. Really, if you're missing out, I want y'all to know the bonus episode, we be having a good time.
Having
And we-
good-
Sometimes the episode, oftentimes it's as good as this. Sometimes it's better
I think
than
they're
this.
better.
But we produce
No ads.
the same level of podcast and there's no ads. It's more free flowing. We're a little bit more lax because we know only the first 15, 20 minutes is going up on the thing. Much more personal, if you ask me.
Kev said he's cussing this week.
He did. He said
Don't
now that
miss
he
it.
stopped working out, that should be either you work out or you cuss.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you what you want to be much easier. I could change my whole language before I work out consistently.
No, Kevin, what I know is that you'd rather do 5 squats right now than to actually cuss in front of these people.
What the? All right, we love y'all. Thank you for support. We'll see you later this week if you're on Patreon. Next week if you're not. God bless you. God keep you seeing. Oh, also Patreon.
Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one, yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another one, yeah. Here's another banger for ya. Here's another banger for ya. With my boy Kev on stage and that chick Angel.